Hey church family, Pastor Daniel here. It is Tuesday evening. You might not see this video until Wednesday sometime, but I just wanted to come to you and communicate some important things to you. First and foremost, just want you to know that we're thinking of all of you. We're praying for you. For those of you we've been able to get out to and we've been able to reach, we've been able to support some of you, but we know all of you, need help in one way or another. And we're trying to get to people one at a time to the best of our ability, but it's been really slow going. We know that so many of you are suffering and struggling with the snow and being stuck and having damage to your home and things of that nature. And so we just want you to know that we're praying for you, and that as we can, we're going to respond to needs in the church to the best of our ability for those of you who have reached out to us. And so just want you to know that we're thinking of you and we'll be there for you to the best of our ability. And as we're going through this time of just this tragedy and the suffering on the mountain, I just did want to take a moment just to remind you that just like we go through seasons on this earth, the winter and then the spring and then the summer and then the fall, life is the same way. Life comes and goes in seasons. Sometimes we have great seasons, sometimes we have bad seasons, sometimes we have good seasons and dry seasons and wet seasons and hot seasons and cold seasons, and that's just how life is, right? And we're in the midst of a difficult season right now. There's just no other way to put it, but just know this, that just like as winter thaws and we'll see spring in just a couple of weeks, the same is true for what we're going through right now. This difficult season will pass, and we'll be moving right back into another great season, because we know that in all things, our God is good. And so just keep your faith and your hearts and your eyes and your minds set on that as you're walking through this. I do have some super important things to communicate to you. Last Sunday, we had been prepared to have a quick prayer and worship gathering on Sunday morning, but unfortunately we were alerted kind of last minute that the lodge had sustained some damage from the storm. We don't believe that the damage is severe, but we do know that the damage is enough that they need to assess it, figure out repairs and get it repaired before we're going to be able to be back in that building and use that building again. We're hoping and believing that it's going to be simple and fairly quick, but as of now, they've got to assess it and get it fixed before we can get in there, which means we're not going to be meeting in person at the lodge for at least a few weeks. We are on the hunt for a temporary location to meet. We've got some promising leads, but this Sunday we just don't have enough time to find a place and be in a place to meet. And so this Sunday we will be online. Again, we're going to be coming to you with a live stream on our YouTube channel with worship and a message, and then that'll be March 12th, and then we're hoping a week from March 12th and 19th that we'll be in person again at a temporary location that we'll be able to meet together again for worship and the Word. And so we're planning on that in faith on the 19th, that we'll be somewhere temporary while we wait for the lodge to be repaired. And so just keep an eye on your emails, your texts, social media for more updates on that. And here's the last thing I want to mention. We do have a couple of people in the church that need some big time help. And again, we know that so many of you are stretched thin and that you're tired and that you've been going through some difficult times yourself. But if you can find it in your heart and in your energy, and if God would lead you, we could really use a handful of people to volunteer to help do just a little bit of shoveling and help some people in our church. We've got some people who've just gotten back up on the mountain, and they're just completely blocked out of their homes. They can't get in their driveways and they can't get in their front door. And so if you'd be willing to put in some time to help some people in need, would you just get a hold of us, message us on social media, send me a text message, send Matt a text message, send the church an email, and we'll point you in the right direction to get out there and help some people. And then the other big need is that a person that's a part of our church family did lose their home, and they've got a place to stay right now, but they're just in need of some basic necessities, some kitchen items, some food items, and some staples and some things like that. And so we're gonna give you the list of things that they need in an email. so that if you have any of them, you can be helpful there. We can gather those things and get those things to that family who is in need. So those are the two big needs right now and the big thing going on. And so I just want to encourage you, church, to stay faithful to God during this time, stay faithful to worship, stay faithful to prayer, stay faithful in his word. Keep supporting the church during this time to the best of your ability as we continue our work in ministry and we look for a new place to meet. And just like I said to begin this video, seasons come and go, and this season will be over soon, and we'll be meeting somewhere together in just a couple of short weeks. So within all of that, church, if you need anything or have any questions, reach out to us. If you can be of help to volunteer with the snow or to help this family in need who lost their home, please reach out to us, and we'll be collecting things for them. So with that, church, as best you can, have a great week. Live in the joy of the Lord. Be filled with the Spirit. Be encouraged that even through difficulty, God is with us and He is good. Have a great week, and I will talk to you very soon.